Hey guys, welcome back to another Titus Diorama and action figure reviews, and in today's video we are going to be looking at the Marvel Legends Strange Tales Weapon of Vengeance figure from the Build-A-Figure Blackheart wave. So let's get to it. So as you can see, the Weapons of Vengeance figure comes in a nice window box packaging. Slightly different style than some of the previous packaging that we have had with the Marvel Legends series. But this does allow you to see the figure and all the accessories. It has some really nice box art. And of course, the back of the box has that same box art, a list of all the figures that you need in order to build the Build-A-Figure of this wave, which is Blackheart. So with that stated, guys, let's go ahead and get Weapon of Vengeance out of the packaging. Also, I forgot to mention that there is a small bio on the back of the box about this particular figure. Feel free to take a look at that now. Alright guys, so here he is out of the packaging. And let's just talk about the elephant in the room right away. And that is, for the most part, this Wolverine or Weapon of Vengeance is just a reuse of the Wolverine sculpt that we have seen in the past few years. Not knocking it, it's a good sculpt. Could it be a little bit more bulkier? It sure could, but it works. The main things that they focused on with this figure, of course, was the new head sculpt and the new claw sculpt on the clawed hands. Something else I want to point out is that you only get the clawed hands and the fisted hands. It would have been really great if they had been able to supply maybe an extra set of hands that were opened to look like he was driving a motorcycle or picking something up, or even clawed hands that had more open hands as well, so you could see him like driving a motorcycle type thing. Other than that, I really do like the figure, but I just wanted to mention that it does suffer from not a lot of accessories and a reuse of a body mold that we've already seen multiple times. The only other pet peeve I have is that because it's reused, they did not do anything about the pins in the arms and the legs. So it would have been great had they been able to switch that out and put pinless in. Put a little bit of money towards that. Obviously, they're not putting more money into the accessories. Would have been great to see pinless knees and elbows. But let's take a look at the accessories he does come with. He does come with the two clawed fist hands with two different sculpts for the flames, which look really, really, really nice. And then he does come with the, I guess you want to say, the Hellfire Wolverine face. I like that metallic that they used. The paint's done pretty well on it. The teeth, again, are really well done. There's actually some black paint on the top marking to mark some of the details on the top there with it. The fire effect looks really great both on the head and on the claws. The sculpt, again, like I said, has been used multiple times before. It's a great sculpt. Don't mind it all too much. The paint work on it is really well done for the most part. I don't see any major details that are outstanding with it, other than one thing, and if you haven't picked up on it now, I'm going to point it out. The upper legs are in a different colored plastic than the lower legs are, and yet they match the upper here with the lower for the most part. It is still a shade darker up here than down here, but it's really obvious against here. They do have shading going down the middle and down the back. They've got like a light black line that goes down there to indicate some shading, which looks really cool. I believe there's a little bit in the muscles up here as well, which I do like. The belts paint it well. The articulation, guys, I've gone over the articulation on these figures multiple times before, and he's got a fairly wide range of motion, including a boot swivel, so you can get a lot of articulated poses with this guy, which is really great. Anyway, guys, I really like the figure. I'm really glad to have the figure in my collection. As you probably have figured out, I'm a major Wolverine fan, and I will collect multiples of these. Well, not multiples of the same figure, but the variants of the figure. I believe Thomas Goes Nostalgic recently mentioned in one of his videos that he, this past year, has, of 2024, bought 8 Ninja Turtle figures from NECA, which are all variants of the normal line. And it does sometimes get really overwhelming to have to be buying so many different variants. And at some point in time, you really have to kind of choose when to stop doing that. For a lot of my other figures, I have pretty much done that. I have one figure for that particular one, maybe 2 if it was a certain costume that I like from the Marvel Legends line. Wolverine, on the other hand, I think I'm up to 12 or 13 of them by now. Anyway, guys, I hope that you liked this video. If you did, click the like button. If you're not already subscribed, click on that subscription button. And as always, guys, stay nerdy.